When you're going out and you're looking to buy a new home or a new condo, your home search can fall into one of two categories. And depending on which one it falls into, probably going to determine whether or not you enjoy the experience or you wind up at the end of it relatively dissatisfied, angry, feeling like you wasted a hell of a lot of time and you didn't get the best deal or the best home for you. Before we jump into it, my name is Blanton. I'm an agent here in Atlanta. I was the top producer last year in the top 10% in terms of volume and total units sold. So I like to think I have a decent idea of what I'm doing as it relates to the home buying, home selling process, and hopefully you feel the same. If you feel like this video is valuable, you can hit the like and subscribe button. It takes 2 seconds of your time. It goes a hell of a long way for me. Let's jump into it. Now, the number one thing that I see people do wrong when it relates to the home buying process, or to kick off the wrong way to do it, they don't do their homework beforehand. If you go into a home search and you don't have a pretty decent idea before it starts of the neighborhood that you want to be in or the school district that you want to be in, what you're looking for in the home, what the must-haves in the home are, what would be really nice to have in the home are, what you refuse to have in the home, you're getting off on the wrong foot. You as the buyer need to take responsibility and take matters into your own hands a little bit and do a little bit of your own diligence and see what you're looking for. If you are the educated home buyer, you've done a little bit of your homework. If you're the uneducated home buyer, you've done no homework. So now let's jump into the actual home search itself. The uneducated home buyer, the home buyer that doesn't value their own time, what are they going to do? They're going to see 7 different homes and they're going to say, I want to go see all 7 of these homes on Saturday. You have no idea on whether or not these homes fit your criteria. You haven't really done a deep dive on whether or not they fit what it is you're looking for in the home. You just see 7 homes online. You say, I like the pictures, which the pictures are going to lie to you. It's just a part of real estate. Is these photographers do a fantastic job of making small homes look big and big homes look massive. The uneducated home buyer is going to go take a look at these 7 homes. The educated home buyer is going to go, let me sit down and let me force rank these and see which of these 7 are my top 2 or 3. Let's take the homework that I've done beforehand and see 2 or 3 of these 7 that are most likely to hit this criteria. And let's go take a look at those homes. The educated home buyer then is going to go out and they're going to say, all right, let me have my agent go out and prepare the comps on this, and let me look at what my upside is and what my investment potential is in this neighborhood. Let me have them go out and get the disclosures, and let's use these disclosures, filter that back into my homework, and let's make an educated decision on what we even go look at, as opposed to just saying ready, fire, aim, and going to take a look at these 7. Now we're at the stage where we go out and we look at the home. After we look at the home, the educated home buyer is going to have taken a look at 2 or 3 of them, and now they're going to have a lot of info to go off of. Because if you're working with an agent that's halfway decent, they're going to be keeping a file for you of the homes that you've looked at. And you're going to be continuing to update that file based off of the homework and the feedback from the homes. Ideally, you find your home in the first 3 to 5 homes that you look at. A lot of people get it twisted that their goal when they're home shopping is to go look at 30 homes. That's an inefficient home search. That's a waste of time, and you shouldn't need to go look at that many. If you're looking at that many, it probably comes back to a lack of discipline on either yourself or on your agent from saying, hey, look, we don't need to go look at this. This is going to be a waste of our time. This is a bad home. It doesn't fit for X, Y, or Z reason. After you've updated this list of these 2 or 3, you should probably be in a spot where you have a very good idea of what you're looking for, because you go look at these 3 homes and you think, okay, damn, I've got all of the homework that I did beforehand. I've got all of the info and the feedback from the first home, what I think of the pricing, what I think of the interior, what I think of the yard, what I think of the neighborhoods. I've got all of that feedback from the second, and I've got all of that feedback from the third. So you should have a big mountain of information now if you're that educated home buyer versus the uneducated home buyer, the undisciplined, the non-serious home buyer, we'll call them. Goes and looks at 7 of them. They've spent their entire Saturday, so now they're probably like, damn, I just spent my whole Saturday looking at homes. None of them were what I was looking for. I'm unhappy. I'm not satisfied with any of them. Shit, I'm going to go home and I'm going to pull up 7 more, and we'll go look at those next 7 tomorrow. Educated home buyer, disciplined home buyer, maybe they go home and they take a look at those other 4. They go, okay, and maybe they can weed 2 or 3 of those out. So now the next day when they go out to look at the remaining homes for each of them, home buyer doesn't really know what they're doing. They're not, being diligent with their home shopping. They go spend their entire Saturday. The other home buyer that's done their homework, that's been updating this list of what it is they're looking for, they go look at 1 or 2. Maybe those don't work. That's okay. I'm not saying you have to pull the trigger on, the first 3 to 5. I'm just saying it shouldn't take much more than that, just based off of the homework. Because now your agent that you're working with, if you have that homework, can go out and they can call other couple of agents that you're even thinking about going to see. Maybe you can knock off one of those off the list, because you can pick up the phone, your agent can pick up the phone, call the listing agents and go, look, we've looked at some other homes. We think it fits on this, and this criteria. here's a couple of the areas that we're a little bit concerned about. Can you tell me a little bit more about this? And so now you just get more and more info to make decisions with. You're a more educated home buyer, you're a more informed home buyer, and you're not wasting your time. You're less frustrated. You're not spending your entire days home shopping. Now that we've gone out, we've looked at these handful of homes, we've gathered the feedback off of the homes, you just continue to grow your mountain of info so that you can make the best informed decision and get into the best home possible with looking at fewer homes than you have to, because I know all of the clients that I've worked with that have had the worst home shopping experiences with the most frustration, it's directly correlated to how many homes they wind up having to go look at. No one is as happy pulling a trigger on number 25 as they are on number 3, because at number 25, you've spent hours and hours and hours and hours and hours driving all over the city looking at all of these homes, and you feel like you've wasted your time. You feel like it's not going to happen. You get down on yourself. It goes worse for people that wind up in these positions. That's about the only way I know how to say it. So hopefully from this video, you've gotten the way and the way not to go look at homes from an agent that's worked with a hell of a lot of home buyers here in the city. If you found any sort of value in this, you can hit the like button. It goes a hell of a long way for myself. I know I'd be super appreciative, and I hope you hear from me soon. Take care.